Honestly, had Darren Andrews, our next guest, known that I would have suffered through what is happening to the Ryder Cup right now, what happened to Notre Dame on Saturday, and the amount of hair I've lost in the last 8 days, you might have said, hey, we need to get this procedure started a little bit earlier.
Probably should bring it forward a little bit.
Yeah, that is the voice of Darren Andrews from We Grow Hair Indy. You've certainly heard him on our airwaves before. And coming up in a month and a half, I took off my hat, Darren, for the YouTube audience out here.
Thank you.
We're going to get this little, what do you call it, a little landing strip area?
Yeah, receding area.
Receding area, certainly. We're going to get that figured out, and I will fully admit it, and thank you for the time here on this Friday morning. Initial hesitancy, certainly, but thanks to you and just great guidance, I'm looking forward to the process coming up here in a month and a half.
Yeah, thank you. I think that hesitancy is normal. I can speak for myself, having had the procedure 18 years ago. But the old sort of impression of what hair restoration, hair transplants are, is that they didn't look natural, they weren't permanent. Whereas today it's permanent, it's natural, it's undetectable, and the technology is really good. And with you, we're doing what we call the ARTAS Robotic procedure, where we're taking the genetically permanent hair follicles from the back, moving them to the top individually, one at a time. And we're going to, of course, have a VIP page set up for you, so we're going to follow you through the journey. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Again, that'll be Friday, November 10th. So, Andy, you're going to have to, you and Mark probably going to have to man the ship that day for you, and then I'm going to be looking like a modern-day Jesus walking back in here.
We get him out of the way. We get KB out of the way.
Be a great show.
Yeah, me and Mark can finally get the things off our chest that we want to get off our chest on a football Friday.
Now, JMV is obviously a product. Certainly, you've got some Colts connections as well, and just some local athletic connections here of people that you guys have already had through.
Barry Krause, of course, former number 1 draft pick. Rick DeMulling, the great Don Fisher, of course, of IU fame.
Rajiv Ram,
the US
Open doubles.
So, we've been at it for nearly 20 years now. We have guys from all over the country that come to us, and we offer everything that's really medically proven relative to hair restoration. So obviously hair transplantation with the ARTAS Robotic FUE process, multi-unit hair grafting, which is what I had done, but everything in between, all the medically proven things to maintain existing hair as well as put back what you've lost. So it's important when you have a transplant, we're also talking about what you can do to maintain what's up there as well. So the transplant is permanent. We do other things to maintain what's already up there. There's your best long-term result.
Now, a lot of people have asked, what exactly the procedure is going to look like for me. And as I best explain it, it's like they seem to be pretty pleased with what I've got in the back of the head, right?
Right.
So taking what's back there and putting that kind of up here, correct?
Yeah, in simplistic terms, you've got more than what you need in the back, and that hair in the back is immune to the byproduct of testosterone that causes the hair loss on top. So we can take those immune follicles from the back, move them to the top, and you've got more in the back than what you need, and they maintain that genetic permanency in the top. So we do it artistically, so we're designing a hairline that's relative to facial structure, not just now, but as you continue to age. And again, we take that long-term approach. So it's a day in the clinic, outpatient procedure. You'll arrive about 8 o'clock. You'll be done by 4 or 5 p.m. So procedure times range from between 4 and 5 hours up to 8 to 9 hours, depending on what we're doing. Then you're back the next day, and we have a pretty detailed follow-up process, right? We're with you the whole way through the journey. So again, we'll follow you through that process as well.
Oh, that'll be available on the VIP page.
It will be.
Well, you mentioned you had it 18 years ago, and you guys have been at it for 2 decades. Technology changes. How has it changed from when you had it to what KB's going to be going through
great
here?
Question. And the procedure that Kevin's having is the ARTAS Robotic FUE. So it's a robot that's guided by the physician and the team that can map and take an image of the back of the scalp and choose the follicles we want it to get. So we can tell it the number and type of follicles
That's
we want.
unbelievable.
And we use it to harvest the follicles. So robotics doesn't make errors, right? So if you think about, I use this analogy all the time, if you think about your cell phone, there's millions of iPhones out there. They're all exactly the same because of robotics and the ability to basically rinse and repeat, do the same thing over and over again. So we use robotics in that regard to take away that human error element of something that's pretty common when you're harvesting follicles with that technique and you're not using robotics. So that's been a huge jump forward.
So again, We Grow Hair Indy, you guys are up at the pyramids. If there's any of our listening audience out there that would like to know a little bit more info, hell, see JMV's page, see my page, give us some details.
Yeah, so wegrowhairindy.com is the website. Ton of info on there. You can call us, 317-522-2995. We can do free in-person evaluations, or of course we do virtual evaluations as well. So lots of ways to kind of find out what's right for you. And that's really the first step.
And I'll admit it, again, it's some initial hesitancy of like, man, do I uncertainty with it, and I say this wholeheartedly. I've told you off the air, and I'm now saying it on the air. Your reassurance and explanation, not only like detail wise, the knowledge kind of speaks for itself, but you guys have been pretty considerate with just my initial hesitancy with it all. So I thank you for that.
Thank you.
I look forward to November 10th here.
So exciting.
Well, I have a question. When KB gets this and he's looking
I'm
all
having
great.
an afro.
Well, no. Here's the thing. I've seen him for about 5 seconds without a hat.
Right.
Like this is it. We had to take like radio glamour shots, which it's just terrifying. We had to do that like 2 months ago, month and a half ago, and that's easily the most I saw him. Those 10 minutes without a hat. This is second.
I don't do a lot of showers before the show. If I can be fully honest, apologies here.
And I'm a hat guy too. So is he allowed to wear a hat, anymore after his hair is going to look so much better? I mean, what are the rules now, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Yes, you can wear a hat.
Okay.
And then that's actually a great question, post-transplant. There's a period of time where you have some little tiny crusts or scabs up there for about a week to 10 days. They flake off. Then the follicles that are transplanted sit under the surface and nothing happens for 2 to 3 months. So for some guys, they're a little bit self-conscious in that in-between phase. So you can wear a hat as soon as 2 to 3 days after.
Okay.
You've got to be a little careful right away. Okay. A lot of guys have got an old favourite that needs a clean before you put it on afterwards.
That's what I was going to say.
I know.
But this one doesn't look too bad.
It's fitting enough,
We
right?
look pretty good. I think we're fine there. So hats, no problem.
Well, he's got to show the hair. That's what I'm saying. He's got to
show the lettuce, baby.
Yeah, man.
For our YouTube audience.
He's going to have 4 months in. He's going to have about 50% growth. It'll take 8 to 12 months to grow in fully. So we're excited.
Thank you, Darren.
My pleasure.
I appreciate it. Again, Darren Andrews, We Grow Hair Indy. For more information, head to their website. Again, from a JMV standpoint, other people from a Colts standpoint here in the local area. Really, really looking forward to that. So that will be coming up in about a month and a half. Thanks, Darren.
Appreciate it. Thanks.